Hello viewers, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another Minecraft video. In today's 1.5:1 tutorial, we're going to be building the infamous Tiger H1. So getting started, we're going to start with the sort of floor track layer, of which we're going to dig 2 rows of 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just get 3 blocks. Fill them in with black wool. And right at the front, yeah. So basically, just a row of 7, and place a black wool block right on the wherever it ended or where it started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just a black wool block right in front. So, kind of moving on, I'm going to place down 2 upside down nether brick stairs. Grab ourselves, okay. Start the floor. I'm just going to leave that there for now. Next, I'm going to put in the tracks. It's going to be pretty simple. We're just going to alternate trapdoors and black wool. So once you're pretty much at the end, 1 block away from the end of the row of 7, I'm going to place down a grindstone just facing off of it, so you should get something that looks like this, and place a dark oak sign right at the back. Putting in the floor, the only weird thing we do is row of 3 sandstone top slabs across the row of 3 black wool. Then we're going to put down just 3 smooth sandstone heads, and I'll leave the link for that in the description. Now let's just fill up the floor. Now moving on, we're going to take some nether brick slabs, sandstone wall. We're actually going to need a cobweb. Do need all different kinds of stuff. This should do it for most of it. So first, place down just another brick slab on top of the upside down stair. We're then going to need an item frame. Place it down on each of the slabs, and of course inside of it, let's put down our cobweb. There we go. So, moving on, we can switch this out for some blocks. There we go. A row of 3 on the first row of 3 up slabs from the floor. Then 3 sandstone walls. Next, we're going to take birch slabs. Place one to either side. Then we're just basically going to carry the floor back until it should look pretty much like the front. So just fill it all the way in. Then row 3 sandstone walls, just like we did at the front. But behind them, we're just going to place down a granite wall. And also, while we're at it, light gray carpet should go over on top of that dark oak sign there. So moving on, starting from the back, I guess I'm going to finish up the rest of the side. So place 1 more sandstone wall to either side of the row 3 placed previously. We're then going to place down 1 more on top of this last black wool block. Next we're going to need some stairs, smooth slab, and a birch sign. I think that'll be it for this layer. So an upside down smooth sandstone stair. Then our long row of 1, 2, 3. Yep. 3. Then one more birch slab. So should have 2 birch slabs, 3 up sandstone slabs, upside down stair, and then 2 walls. So last but not least, I'm going to put down the side skirts. So just place down signs all across there. Whoops, same thing for this side, of course. And I forgot to put in the wheels from the last layer, so we're going to do that right now. We're just going to need light gray pane, button, just a normal stone black. So on each of the blocks, start with some stone buttons. Place an item frame. And yep, okay, inside the item frame, place down one light gray stained glass pane. Now on these, we're going to place down item frames again, but in these we're just going to place down a stone block. Simple enough. Once I have that all done, that will finish up the second layer. And moving on to layer 2. First, we're going to start just by building a row 5 light gray carpets. Then moving on, we're going to need some sandstone slabs. We're going to need our head again. Then all sorts of wonderful things after that. So, stair, slab. Alright, that should do for most of it. Alright, so starting from the center, place down one smooth sandstone slab, one smooth sandstone block, sorry. And I believe we're going to take the blocks all the way back to 1, 2. So slab, 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth sandstone blocks. And right behind that, that should be just a normal stair. And we'll get to the engine deck area last. So, moving on, we're going to place down one smooth sandstone slab to each side of the previous one, then smooth sandstone head, so it should look like this. Then for the stairs, this might be where we need some debug stuff, but the only part where it extends by a block is right here. Whoops, full block that is. There we go. So that'll just make it easier to put the stairs in. So these are going to need shape, and inner left. And these ones, yep, that's why I kind of saved debug stuff for last. There we go. There we go. So should have something that now looks like this. It's all good. And yep, of course I forgot. Yep, okay. So one more time. 3rd time's the charm, right? There we go. Okay, moving on back. Simple enough. We're just going to take the heads all the way back, like so. And then right here, okay. So, looks like place down one sandstone stair. And then we're just going to wrap these around, basically. So, don't believe that's any debug witchcraft. Next, we do need some snow, dark oak slab, and just a birch slab. So, moving on to the engine deck, we're going to build basically a slab of snow, and then just one more, and a dark oak slab to each side, and behind that, a row of 3 birch slabs. So, next, we're going to need some flower pots and some wither skulls. Then we're going to do some debug stuff. To place down one placer block diagonally from the granite wall, and a skeleton skull, just like that. So should get a nice angle. and a little detail going to place down a flower pot on top of each of these carpets, so it should look like this. Alright, so with that layer done, we can get into debugging. So first, let's get north and south out of the way. They should all mostly be facing like that. And then we need facing west tall, just for some attention to detail. That should be also facing tall, but we're going to set up to false on this one. Oops, and there we go. So basically, should look like that. Next, for these, it looks like I don't think anything special is going on apart from nope. Looks fine to me. So, well, the one thing I would change, I guess, maybe set this to flat, so it just looks a bit smoother. So, with that all done, that should finish up that layer, and we can move on. So, putting the last turret layer in, won't really need much of anything new. But first, I'm going to start by placing a full block down on the second full block that we placed from the previous layer, and in front of it is now layered almost towards the full block. Then for that, place down 2 birch slabs, place down also a sign, birch sign to the side. Then we're going to need row 3 daylight sensors, 1, 2, and 3. I'm just going to put down some placer blocks and pop down a with a skeleton skull, just like that. So with the barrel in place, we can put basically the rest of the turret. Actually, something wrong here. Did not. Yep, up true. West, east. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we're basically going to do that later. So take the full blocks and place down 3 more on the full block from the last layer. Then we're going to take our sandstone walls, place 2 out, and we're going to get to the debug stuff right now, actually, because I don't think we're going to place down anything that'll update them. And we're just going to place down a banner on the side of this block. The recipe is right there, pretty easy. Just for some spare track. So once you have that in place, looks good to me. I'm going to east tall. Just gonna knock these out first. North. Yep, tall. South tall. We'll do set a south low for these ones. Set up to false. And fix this one. There we go. And set this one to west. Oops, and gotta go back around. Okay, up to false. Now we just need west again. There we go. So, with that all done, we can start moving backwards. So, some more debug stuff. Very exciting. So it looks like we're going to take our blocks, one more, and place down a wall right behind it. We're then going to place down a light gray stained glass pane to the side of the last wall we placed, and then a sandstone wall, like so. We're then also going to, for the sort of stowage area, bin, we're going to place down 3 glass panes, so now we're going to make sense of this madness soon. I believe this should be set south true. North, however, will be false. Oops. West Yep, tall, east tall. These ones, no. So north tall, south tall. Should be no north right there. Let's set this one to up false real quick. Yeah, so just makes it look a little bit smoother. And we're going to do the same thing right here, but we're going to make these the east and west respectively tall. So east, west, tall, true. Right, so with that all in place, that should do it for basically most of the tank. So finishing it up, we're just going to need some skeleton skulls, light gray carpet, and a birch pressure plate. So facing to the left side, I'm going to place down the birch pressure plate on the far left side block, and on the opposite side, we're going to place down 2 skeleton skulls facing towards each other. And yep, looks like it only updated this one. So we're gonna just do that again real quick. There we go. Oh, and 2 light gray carpets right on the remaining blocks. So with that all done, I believe that will complete our Tiger H1. Really enjoyed the tutorial. I think it's a pretty cool build myself. Hopefully it'll fit your world, go with the Pz.Kpfw that I uploaded earlier in the day. And see you next time.